boycotting the African braid shops? I think the fuck not. I don't give a damn if they mad or not. I want something from them, they want something from me, and I won't go to the black shop because you can't just walk in like you can to them. Not boycotting shit.
And if you think for 1 second that I'm going back to subjecting myself to hey boutiques the day of my appointment and paying $200 for 6 stitch braids, you're out of your fucking mind. And if you think I'm gonna give up jollof rice and a goosey soup, you've lost your marbles, okay? And if you think I'm going back to partying where there's no one dancing, everybody just standing around and there's no Afro beats, there's no Amapiano. Ah, you see this? My badge of honor, okay? I am an Amapiano warrior. I'm not going back, so who's boycotting Africans? Who? And I need y'all Africans, please, y'all just making the situation worse because y'all responding to it. Like, stop giving it, gassing it up. It's like nobody wants the diaspora wars to end. Like, when is it gonna be like, okay, enough is enough, right? It feel like our kids are gonna be still participating in diaspora wars when we're long gone, and that is a shame. Like, what is the real issue, for real? But enough is enough. Please stop making videos on this topic. Let it die down. Like, everybody stop on both sides. Thank you.
I'm not boycotting no African braided shops. I'm not. Y'all gonna have to beat me up about it. I don't give a fuck. I'm bullheaded. I cut my hair, and when my hair was about this thick, this long, they was able to put box braids into my hair, knotless box braids. I was able to get my hair cornrow. My African braided shop, they take out my braids, wash my hair, detangle it, and then put in new braids without an appointment. Without an appointment. I get my braids done in 4 hours. 4 hours. I can order to the African braided shop. I can have my friends sit in the African braided shop with me. I don't think I'd ask. Shit, if I have kids, I could probably sit my kids in the African braided shop and I don't have to ask. They have AC in my African braided shop and a flat screen TV. Each mirror is an LED light mirror. Okay? The African braided shops has developed. I'll be damned if I have to sit there and read a fucking policy to get my hair fucking braided. I don't have to put a deposit with the African braiders. Each African braider that touch my head fucking eats down. I don't gotta pick somebody. Whoever gets me, I'm blessed to have. I don't gotta bring my own hair. I don't have to bring my own braiding hair. Shit, sometimes I don't even have to bring my own human hair if I don't want to. Okay, they have whatever color you want, actually. So I don't know where this we boycotting the African braiders. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. And I won't. I won't. My African braiders are 24 hours. You see, it's 11 p.m. right now as I'm making this video, and I need to get cornrows done tomorrow morning. If I wanted to leave my house right now to go get my cornrows done right now, I could have got it done. Without an appointment. Boycott what?
Let's understand that you guys nobody is forcing you to braid your hair with African hair braiding shops. Do you guys understand that you can book with Black Americans on their Instagram and link in their bio? Go ahead and pay your $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000 for braids. Nobody's begging you to buy braid your hair for $200. These microaggressions against Africans, in fact, not even micro, but
So in this video, we are literally seeing Black Americans reacting to people saying boycotting African business in America. So watch this video up to the end, and then let's talk at the end of the video.
So let me get this right. You guys want to go and boycott African stores, African restaurants, braiding shops, because you have read a post, not even a post, an article that you didn't read, and I know you didn't read it, we're going to get into that, but you have read an article that said that Africa plans to tap into the $1.2 trillion spending power of Black Americans. And you take that as Africa's trying to take our money. But you're not going to boycott McDonald's. You're not going to boycott Walmart, which are always in the hood. You're not going to boycott Gucci. You're not going to boycott Hennessy. All these things that are literally taking our money. I wouldn't even say taking. You're spending your money with, and they're not putting back into the economy of the Black people. But let's get a little quick understanding of what Africa's plans are. Let's just read it. Several reports indicate a plan to leverage the significant spending power of African Americans, estimate at over $1.2 trillion to boost the African economy. And y'all want to stop there, but let's keep going. This initiative involves tapping into the diaspora's financial resources and entrepreneurial spirit through various investment summits and engagement strategies. The goal is to channel a portion of this spending power towards development projects and businesses in Africa, fostering economic growth and strengthening the ties between the continent and its diaspora. They're literally trying to keep us engaged with themselves, making it a world economy. But anyway, more detail. The 1.2 trillion figure, this refers to the collective spending power of African Americans, a significant economic force according to Diasley. I don't know who that is, to be honest. Focus on diaspora engagement. African leaders and organizations are increasingly recognizing the potential of the African diaspora, particularly in the USA, as a key source of investment and development capital. Allow me to break that down. They are understanding that we spend a lot of money, and they are saying that if we, meaning them and us, spend together and build together, we will be strong. I don't think y'all realize what this is about. I don't think y'all realize what colonialism is. Africa went through colonialism. Y'all always like to say, why didn't Africans come and get us if we from Africa? Because they were dealing with colonialism. They were dealing with empirical forces taking over their resources, and they had a fight just like we had a fight against the same people. So we had a fight. And now that countries in Africa are gaining their independence, they're saying, hold up, it's not just about us, it's about us. Continental Africans and diasporic Africans. I know y'all don't want to be Africans, but we are. my hair braided from the African shop this weekend. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with canceling out someone that looks like me. I'm not with canceling out somebody that has gone through the same craziness that we've gone through, just in a different way. I'm not with it. So why don't y'all be quiet? Why don't y'all be quiet? Because our movement don't need you. We don't need ignorance. Y'all are gonna educate, read a whole dang article before you move. What movement are you doing? You're moving on bullshit. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are flat out insane. Big Ashe to that.
If you're not black, it's for sure. This video is for my African American and African brothers, specifically for us. I am so confused. Why am I seeing that on August 1st, African Americans or a specific African American has forged a protest against African businesses, from African restaurants, African braiding salons, anything that is African owned? They have started a campaign that on August 1st, we as Black Americans will be boycotting this. What the fuck is wrong with us? What is wrong with us just as a people, as Black Americans, African Americans? What the fuck is wrong with us that it makes sense to boycott African businesses because you may have had a bad experience with the African people? You've also had a bad experience with George. You've had a bad experience with white people. You've had a bad experience with Hispanic business, and so on and so forth. Where's the energy for those businesses that continuously come into our community and disrespect us? But you want to start a war, a beef, continue a beef with Africans? Like, make it make sense. We are all one. Sure, we can distinguish ourselves as African American or African, but they look at us all the same. They don't look at an African and say, "Oh, you're African." They don't look at me as an African American and say, "Oh, she's an African American." No, she's a nigga. They all the same. So what sense does it make that we are boycotting our own people? Sometimes we can really be our own worst enemy. They don't even need to do anything to divide us. There's nothing more that they need to do. We can complete the mission ourselves. The self-hate, because that's what it is. It's self-hate. There is no way. I don't even know how this thing even got legs. How did this even get legs? You got people agreeing with me, like, yeah, when I go into the hair braiding shop, that's why black women ain't got edges, and that's why black women got bald spots or losing hair because they braid so tight. What? That's the reason why you're boycotting them? Because you made a choice to let somebody braid your hair a certain way and you didn't get the desired results? So that's
Americans reacting to the fact that African businesses are in America. So now there are some Black Americans who are saying that they want to boycott starting from August fast up to the end of the year. So majority of the Black Americans are reacting to that motion, and they're saying no, they're not going to boycott. In fact, the braiding saloons that Africans own, they're the best because the prices are very affordable, and then you don't need to book. You can just walk in and you get served. And then of course, even if you have a kid with you, they look after your child while they're braiding your hair, and they won't complain. And at the same time, when they serve you food, it's very affordable. They don't charge you extra money in maybe the type of hair, maybe it's very not easy to braid. So they are all in agreement. The fact is, African businesses, the ones which are braiding Americans, um, they're very very good, and they know what they're doing. Actually, whatever I've described here in Africa, here in Kenya, when we go to a saloon, we don't need to book in advance. We just walk in and you are served. You can go with your child, and believe you me, they'll take care of your child. It's normal. It's part and parcel of the saloon culture in Kenya, or should I say in Africa. If they're going to serve you food, of course the food is going to be also affordable, because at the end of the day they want you to make sure you become their returning customer. They want to make sure they give you the quality, so that at the end of the day you're able to market their saloon out there to other customers, to your friends, to your colleagues, and at the same time they want to make sure you make you happy at the end of the day. So literally whatever they're describing in the services that this African saloon in America they're offering, they're basically what they're doing here in Kenya or in Africa. We are used to that. So the fact that Black Americans, some of the are saying they want to boycott, in a household, when they're kids, usually there is that infighting between children. Yeah. So Black Americans with Africans, the infighting between the two, it's literally like siblings fighting. And at the end of the day, as much as you can have this conflict between ourselves, but there's no lost love between us at the end of the day. Yes, we might have our issues here and there, but at the end of the day we are one, because Black Americans originally, they did come from Africa, and that's the reason why they have the name African American originally, because their great 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 grandparents, they all originated from Africa when they were taken over as slaves, and they settled in America as slavery. And then of course when the independence, when they got that free in the free slavery, because all human beings are equal at that time. And then of course Black Americans were given the permission to to be citizens of America, and at the same time become part and parcel of American people. And literally that's where Black Americans originated. But at the end of the day, the core issue is we are one. Because if you look at the color of the skin, if you look at the way we do our thing, we are one at the end of at the end of the day. So yes, there is infighting between the Africans and Black Americans in America. And of course the issues here is just a matter of the two parties to sit down and understand each other, because at the end of the day Africans have their own way of doing things, and then Black Americans have their own way of doing things. It's just a matter of sitting down, understand each other, and of course come up with a cohesive way of living together. Because east or west, people out there, they look at us as one people. They don't differentiate. Even if you say, hey, I'm Black American, I come from America, but at the end of the day the core is you are an African. And some people might disagree, but the reality is when they look at the skin, the color of your skin, they just see as one. Before, by the time you open your mouth, that's the only time they'll know there's a difference. But still, one way or another, that's like say it's a recipe for people to divide and conquer, and bring in disunity among one kind of people. Anyway, I just feel like these two parties just need to sit down in America and just come up with a way of understanding each other, and come up with a way of living together in harmony. Because boycotting businesses is not bringing any prosperity under the Black community. Because let's call a spade not a big spoon. The Target boycotting, literally, the Black Americans were saying, you know what, the Black culture helped, the Black people helped build Target as the way it is right now, because people used to feel like they belong to Target, when they support the minorities, they support the Black community. But when Target ended up supporting, ending the supporting the black minority, or should I say minority community, people started boycotting. So if right now black folks, or should I say black American, turn around and say, oh, we are going to boycott we are going to boycott Africans businesses, then what are you sending the message out there? What exactly is the message you're sending out there to other communities, like the white, the Latinos and everything? Because at the end of the day, they look at us like as one. That's the question. So the only way forward is for these two parties in America to sit down and come up to a way forward where they can live in harmony and support each other, so they can thrive and become prosperity as individuals. Let me know what you think about, and also as a community. Let me know what you think about this video. Drop your comments and please subscribe to my channel.